Good morning, Casil. All right. All right. So we can look at mistakes as either, oh, that's terrible, and why did I do that? And, it's ruined my life. Or we can say, yeah, could have done that better. Right. What am I learning? And let's do it differently. And it can be the opportunity to do it differently, more consciously, to think about what we are doing. So I guess we almost want to take the regret out of it. Like, this is what happened. Don't like it. But you know what? This is what I learned. Could you have learned that lesson any other way? Probably not. Right, so let's go into the heart now. All right, so what comes up in the heart is having trouble forgiving, including self. All right, so what do you need to forgive yourself for? One of the ones is I forgive myself for being wounded. And I think when we get hurt by others, we really do feel wounded and we feel like we want to withdraw and we don't want to interact with people and we really don't want a bar of it. And the wounding is hurtful. So we want to release the trauma from the wounding. And also there's some false beliefs around that. So it's stuff we believe in our head, we know that it's rubbish, but we can't stop thinking it. All right, 723 false beliefs. So we don't know whose they are. Big breath in and out. Let's just release that. Yeah. Now, my husband had an experience. There was someone that they worked with. They were in a shared premises and were running two businesses there. And the guy that was help running the other business actually filtered money out of James' business. And, we ended up having to borrow money from mum and, it was a bit of a problem. So, but James always had the attitude, if this hadn't have happened, we wouldn't have expanded the business. This wouldn't have happened, that wouldn't have happened. So he sees the positive in it, even though it was a bad thing and we did suffer. He always saw the positive in it and didn't allow that to stop him. So that's an admirable quality, isn't it? To see the good and just press forward anyway. Okay, so now we're going to go into our crown chakra. Okay, and the oil that comes up under the crown chakra is spikenard. Now, spikenard is the oil of gratitude. All right, so spikenard encourages true appreciation for life. It addresses the patterns of ingratitude. So, where are you ungrateful? Where individuals see themselves as targets of bad luck or victims of their life circumstances. This perception can often lead to feelings of blame and anger. So, spikenard encourages the soul to surrender and accept life exactly as it is. It invites individuals to let go and find an appreciation for all of life's experiences. All right, through complete surrender and acceptance, the soul may be brought into peace and harmony. So that's from Essential Emotions. All right, so another oil that we might add in companion to that is Immortelle, which I think is also called Salubel in Australia. All right, so Immortelle offers grace and comfort when one feels discouraged or distressed. This blend can assist individuals in transcending the darkness, pain, and stress of life. It offers support in raising levels of consciousness and preparing individuals for new heights of spiritual transformation. So Lisa's laughing about the spikenard and said, "Ha ha, so my oil, but I don't like the smell." Me either. It's like dirty socks. But and that's probably me not being grateful, not being grateful for the experiences that I have or the things that are good. So maybe you can put a bit of Immortelle with that. That's very beautiful. It's got frankincense, sandalwood, lavender, myrrh, helichrysum, and rose. So it's really royal oils. All right, and you might use this when you're feeling spiritually disconnected, burdened, discouraged, having spiritual blindness, or for the dark night of the soul. So I think if you put the Immortelle with the spikenard, the smell will be more palatable. And one of the positive properties of the Immortelle is to feel still. Like if we have stillness of soul, we can sit with whatever it is that we don't like and we can breathe through it, work through it, clear energy around it, get help if you're really stuck. Even I need help. We all have to get help in getting through this life. Elizabeth says, always use the Immortelle. There you go. So just add a little bit of the spikenard to it. All right. Right, let's go into the throat chakra now. And I guess if you think about it, if we weren't wounded or burdened, we wouldn't seek for help. We wouldn't ask for spiritual guidance. We wouldn't get down on our knees and pray. We wouldn't ponder and search scriptures or listen to uplifting music. It's like we need the problems to drive us to our knees to go forward. So it's like we do need the problems in a way to move forward. All right, so in the throat chakra is using busyness to avoiding truth. Sometimes we do that, doesn't it? We're too busy. And sometimes that's the bottom line. We're just avoiding. We don't really want to face what we need to face. Okay, we're going to go up into the solar star chakra. And this chakra is about Well, being connected to the sun and the solar system, but also, the good and the bad that life offers. All right, others accept who I am. Like sometimes people don't accept that we might be sensitive, or they don't accept that we see things in a different manner, or they don't accept us exactly as we are. But maybe it's because they don't accept themselves as they are, or they're wanting us to be like them. So it's a little bit of a disconnect, isn't it? Right now, we're talking about the aura. Right, and the colors in the aura. All right, this is violet aura. So, violet aura people are quite intuitive, they are visionary and have the ability to see the bigger picture. They have a great thirst for knowledge and keep learning all their lives. They possess an inquiring mind and learn about lots of different subjects. They're very interesting and knowledgeable people. They're aware of others' feelings. This can include animals as well. They often appear to be a bit mysterious and secretive. They have a great drive to achieve the picture in their head and can tend to be perfectionistic and critical of what they've accomplished. Mistakes are seen with remorse. They can be out of control and take on too many projects and spread themselves too thinly. So, violets need to remind themselves of their strong spiritual connection with God and the universe and translate that into trust rather than focus on their guilt and unworthiness. All right, they can tend to be in their cave and unsocial, and they need to take time to meditate and move their bodies. Elizabeth says, sounds like me. It does, doesn't it? So I guess, going back to why are we having the problems? It's not it's something to learn from. And, it's like the scriptures say that God chastens those that he loves. So in other words, he gives us a little bit of a talking to, and he, tries to rein us in a bit and channel us in a little bit better path. And sometimes we don't like that. Well, I want to do it this way. So accepting that chastening, I guess, as well. All right, so something in family relationships now. All right, there are those that are willing to learn from situations rather than wishing them away. Then these are the people that will progress. If we fail to embrace the difficult situations in life, we fail to be present. We then allow our time on earth to slip away without important growth and learning. All right, as Eckhart Tolle taught, we cannot change the past. We have no control over the future. So all we have is now. May we be present and enjoy the journey. And one of my patients says, be where your feet are. And I thought that's such great advice. Sometimes we're off in the past or worrying about the future and we're not here. So let's be here and let's enjoy here now. And what's one thing you can notice right now that you love? Is there a beautiful smell, or is the sound of a bird, or what can you notice now? What can you sense that is good right now? All right. Other family members' failures are acknowledged without condemnation and criticism. And there was a bumper sticker that someone talked about. He said, don't, mock me because I sin differently to you. So it's like, we might all have different mistakes or weaknesses, and we want to criticize other people because they have different weaknesses to us. All right, we allow time and space for grieving and healing. So yes, the wound does hurt, and yes, it takes time for the wound to repair. And, the sooner we learn the lessons from the wound, the sooner the wound can repair. So I guess it's acknowledging that, isn't it? All right, so layers of the aura. So the fourth layer of the aura, which is the astral body, which is to do with interactions, relationships, and bonds. So leaking energy. The feeling stuck in there as well is taken for granted. So let's say the opposite then. I'm valued, I'm admired, I'm acknowledged, I'm worthy of consideration. So you don't feel that one. Age 4. So I'm worthy of help, I'm worthy of support. Why am I so supported? All right, I record my great memories each and every day. I'm able to look over past great memories and, feel the enjoyment of them. All right, a little bit more on the crown chakra. All right, I easily connect with life and the people around me. All right, now I'm going to jump up from the crown chakra even higher. Into the galactic chakra. So this is where the Akashic records are in our energy field. So every experience that happens to us is stored not only in our brain, but it's also stored in our energy field. All right, and this phase of as this part of the chakras opens up and develops, it's like we have to overcome our ego and letting go of earthly attachments, because really we're more than just, well, we're a spiritual being having a physical experience, aren't we? And the things of the world we can't take with us. We can only take what we learn and what's in our heart. So that's the things to focus on. Doesn't mean we can't enjoy the things of this world. We can, absolutely. But that doesn't become the main focus of our existence. So this chakra is strengthened by service. So, think about doing, one random act of kindness every day, just one small thing. Good morning, Margaret. All right. So, uh, and I think as we give to other people too, we can step outside ourselves for a moment. Sometimes we get very inwardly focused. Now, I think most of you that I know on here are people that do serve a lot. So, I'm preaching to the choir. All right, cardamom oil. All right, so anywhere else in our body that's complaining? All right, cardamom is especially beneficial for individuals with a long history of anger aggression, which often becomes directed outward. It is helpful for those who hyperfocus on their problems, especially their frustrations. So, cardamom assists individuals in breaking down or digesting these intense emotions of frustration and anger by redirecting energy to the solar plexus, the center of responsibility. In this way, cardamom helps individuals let go of emotional distortions which cause them to objectify other people and see them as inconveniences. And sometimes, in the opposite, we see ourselves as an inconvenience or we see ourselves as the problem. So often we want to blame other people, and if you did this differently, this would be better. And it's probably true, but what are we learning from the situation? How are we growing? How are we going to make good memories out of this? So, one of the properties that would come from using the cardamom oil is to be more tolerant. So, being more tolerant of ourselves, being more tolerant of other people, being more tolerant of the world. All right, jumping back to the crown chakra. All right, I'm easily assimilating all my life experiences. And if you think about your life being a tapestry, it's like we love all the beautiful colors, the bright colors and the pastels and whatever, and we don't always like the blacks and the browns, but we need those for like shadow and contrast. So it's like all those experiences in our life really do make a beautiful tapestry of our life. And we only see the knots and the underneath part, but God sees the top, what He's making with our lives and all the difficult things He makes to be beautiful. And even though we don't like those experiences or we struggle to get through them, He makes something beautiful out of it. And so it's allowing that to happen. All right, I'm integrating the higher aspects of myself. All right, my heart is open and flowing. All right, I'm creating my life with joy and stability. So now we're in the universal chakra, which is above the last one we spoke about, the galactic one. And it's like the veil of the mind fades as this opens up, and we kind of get more into universal consciousness, seeing the totally big picture. Good morning, Elizabeth. What comes up here is impatience as this opens. We can be impatient for things to change or to move. Um, uh, an oil called Forgive comes up. Now, if there's anywhere in your body that's complaining, please mention it. All right, forgive challenges individuals to let go of bitterness and hostilities and to embrace other people as an extension of themselves, as part of the human family. It reminds individuals to live by the golden rule, to treat others the way themselves would like to be treated. It invites individuals to free themselves by realizing that others are usually doing the best they can and deserve companionship and forgiveness. All right, so Elizabeth's mentioning her chest. So we had other Elizabeth's mentioned her heart, and now we have chest. All right, so this is from Ina Siegel's book under chest. She said, experiencing heaviness as if you are carrying a burden or a weight on your chest. Giving too much of your energy and self to others without much reciprocation. So feeling disempowered, tired, empty, fearful, anxious, and worn out. Difficulty expressing your families. To feel safe, trying to control people and situations and then feeling stifled and restricted. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of feeling? All right, so she says, imagine lying in a bath of orange liquid. And she said, allow your body to soften and enjoy the experience. So sense or imagine a funnel in the middle of your chest. And she always talks about divine healing intelligence. I ask you to release all burdens, disempowerment, low self-esteem, suppression of feelings, anxiety and fear from my chest, as well as all points of view, positive and negative charge, and all patterns that contribute to this condition. And then she says, repeat the word clear until you feel a shift occur. She said, say, I command that all the cells in my body which are experiencing heaviness, degeneration, infection, or stress now be released through this funnel into a purple flame. So observe as toxic and heavy energy moves out of your body through the funnel and into the purple flame. Using your thumb, gently massage the point between your ring finger and middle finger on the palm of your right hand. So massage it gently in a circular motion for a minute or two. And while you're massaging, take deep, slow breaths, allowing your chest to fill with oxygen and expel all impurities from your chest and lungs. And then do the same on your left hand. All right, so divine healing intelligence, please install a way for me to experience a life of ease, freedom, creativity, and love. Help me to find peace and tranquility in my heart and soul. And please heal and regenerate my chest, lungs, and heart to their maximum strength, health, and vitality and well-being. Thank you. All right. So I guess we talk about getting things off our chest, isn't it? So that really sounds like what's happening. So I guess what can we take out of what we're learning right now? Can we see how we got into the hole? Can we learn how to sidestep this hole so that we don't have to fall in? Okay, so more things stuck in our mind. All right, I appreciate my own worth. I am worthy of all that I desire. All right, I attract exactly what I need at the right time. All right, something from age 3 preventing us from believing that. Right, the feeling of failure when we were 3. So what happened when you were 3 that you might have felt like you were a failure? Also age 17. So what happened when you were 17? Feeling terror. Okay, so Elizabeth said asthma at age 3. Okay. I guess when our body has problems, we see that as an imperfection, isn't it? And yet it probably is perfection because it's the opportunity to create life differently. It's the opportunity to clear energy where it's stuck. Also, the feeling of rejection. And sometimes we can feel that. If we're not accepted as we are or people don't understand us, we can see that as a rejection. All right, our mind or the voice in our head is like a lawyer and it's paid to make trouble. So when we pray or meditate or even just go about our daily duties, it chatters continually. You haven't booked the car in for a service yet. The mechanic will tell you off. What will the neighbours think? You haven't weeded the garden for a month. So all that stuff that goes on in our head um, is really our ego. All right, when you have those impressions on what you should do, you follow your heart, but the ego doesn't want you to follow your heart because then it's out of a job. So this constant battle within us is very destructive. So when we follow our purpose, we feel energized, invigorated, and hopeful. When we ignore our heart and we feel sad, depressed, exhausted, and defeated, we cannot see the light ahead. The saying that you have to put one foot into the dark and then the light will come is often true. So we may feel strongly to accomplish a goal, but not see clearly the way to accomplish it. So committing yourself to what you believe is so important. So important. So when we make this commitment, our mind and our whole being then look for new means to make it happen. So it's like if we are following inspiration and we're really operating from the heart, which is just like a spiritual thing I see, then we are operating from what we feel inspired to do. And as we commit to that inspiration, think it will bring up fear, but it will also be the path and teach us the way to make inroads, even if it's little baby steps. So when we face our fears and address the feelings, we truly begin to grow. This is profound, but scary. Right, when we withdraw and go back into our old rut, we're unhappy. So these feelings of unhappiness can cause us to take on addictions or avoidance tactics. So we look for a hit to escape the boredom and pain of living beneath our potential. So believing that we can change is the first step. Having a picture of how we want life to be or the particular project that we have in our mind, how that will go, is important. Knowing the steps necessary to get where we want to be and investing ourselves as we take the plunge. And it is scary. For sure it's scary. All right, my family allows me time and space to bloom. Friends and family are loving and supportive throughout my journey of prosperity, and I equally support them. Now, as we were talking about before, you probably more support them than they support you, but it may have to start that you are the example of supporting yourself. And as you support yourself and you're more loving and kind to yourself and more respectful to yourself and to your body, other people will notice a change in you and you send out a different signal. And then their reaction to us will change because our signal has changed. I love who I am and who I am becoming. And I think that's vital. We are becoming, we are changing, we are growing. We're a different person from who we were. And, a little bit of sanding on the rough edges and, becoming a more memorable and lovable and spiritual person that God can use to help others and to bless our lives as well and our family's life. All right, each error I make in my learning is a stepping stone to greater heights. And I guess if we don't make a mistake, we're not so hyper focused on the mistake and learn so easily from the mistake. It's like if we just ignored the mistake, then we wouldn't see the lesson. We'd miss the whole point and we'd have to have the same mistake again. All right, I'm like the phoenix, I rise from my ashes. I'm able to release the negative family patterns and replace them with positive, encouraging ones. And, some of you have come from very difficult families and very difficult generational patterns. And, you agreed to come and help make these changes in the patterns. You were valiant. You were valiant before you came to Earth, and you're still valiant now. And you may look at your life and the difficulties and see that as a failure, but no, definitely not. And that you can make good with these difficulties is a testament to you and the greatness within you. And God believed in you, and He knew you could do great things, and He would support you in doing that. And your relatives that have gone before you would also support you in making these changes, because you change the family tree and you help all those that are related to you. And I live in faith. And, we have to live in faith that things can improve, that no matter what's happening around us, that we can change, that we can grow, that we can be better and stronger and wiser and healthier. Right, so back into that universal chakra. All right, I'm open to receiving light and knowledge. I need nothing to cling to, nothing to hide or run away from. And I am one with all that is. So know that you are here for a purpose and you are fulfilling your purpose. And yes, the difficulties make it hard, but you're doing a great job. And even though it doesn't always feel like it, it's a bit like labor, when we're in the throes of birthing, it doesn't feel highly successful, but in the end, there's a baby and you live through the process, even though it is hard. And I think that's how we need to see life. Good morning, Mickey. All right, some things in our head not sitting quite right. So we're just going to plug in some cranial adjustments. And sometimes we let the thoughts in our head do our head in. All right, stuck in a way of thinking and resisting change. All right, feeling like you need to control everyone and everything to be happy. All right, so begin to focus on making decisions. You will find that your ideas and decisions become clearer and more creative and more precise. All right, and the color yellow she suggests to work with. All right, yellow is the color of the intellect and is used for mental stimulation. It can fuel the brain and assist you to think quickly and clearly. Yellow is excellent for decision making, boosting memory, self expression, and creativity. It can provide clear focus, help with reading, writing, interviews, studies, quizzes, exams. It inspires new ideas and can help you retain important information. So, yellow can help you let go of negative patterns from the past, dissolve pessimism, and release low self esteem. It can assist you to look at and deal with deep seated issues. So, do you have a yellow shirt, or do you have some yellow earrings, or a yellow scarf, or a yellow handbag? Something yellow to have around you. So yellow can bring happiness, self-renewal, optimism, entertainment, laughter, and inner strength into your life. It has the ability to calm stress and release nervous tension. Yellow is bright, sunny, joyful, fun, abundant, fertile, and refreshing. Yellow helps stimulate and repair damaged cells. It is excellent as a nerve builder. Yellow purifies the blood, removes waste products, and stimulates the lymphatic system. It soothes inflammation and clears congestion and catarrh. It can also assist with weight loss and removal of cellulite. Anyway, she goes on about a heap of things with yellow. So if that's calling you today, that you need that little bit more positivity, bring something yellow with you or wear something yellow. All right, I have gifts and talents that are beyond comprehension. I'm worthy and deserving of reaching my greatest potential. Eternity is my existence. My lifespan is a drop in the ocean. I'm unattached to my possessions, my opinions, and my body. I need nothing to cling to, nothing to hide or run away from. I am one with all that is. Margaret says, I need to colour my body in yellow. I think a scarf would do it. Or maybe you've got yellow shoes or a yellow bracelet or earrings. All right, a little bit more on the heart chakra. An oil comes up, black spruce. Okay, black spruce has mastered the art of energy conservation and endurance. It teaches individuals how to regulate their physical energy by listening to their body's rhythms and needs. So, black spruce models how to persevere through the storms of life by drawing strength from one's roots. It offers a model of vitality and longevity through living in harmony with nature's cycles and seasons. Spruce can also help assist individuals who feel depleted of energy to renew themselves. It helps those who struggle with extreme moods to find balance and moderation. At times, individuals may struggle under the weight of fears that didn't originate with them. Black spruce helps them gain clarity about fear-based memories and release them from the mind and the body, freeing themselves and others in the process. So I guess, there's fear in the genes and fear in our cells. So it's like releasing that from our body. Another oil is juniper berry. All right. Dreams. The juniper berry is the oil of the night. So it can be like sleep, but it also can be about the dark night of the soul or the things that are dark within us that we might have trouble addressing. All right. So dreams can contain nighttime communications. Even nightmares can reveal unresolved fears and issues. So juniper berry offers courage and energetic protection in the nighttime. It encourages an honest assessment of the information being communicated from within. As individuals reconcile with their fears and other hidden aspects of themselves, they experience greater wholeness. Juniper berry helps restore the balance between light and dark, conscious and subconscious, day and night. It acts as a guide on the path toward wholeness. Juniper berry teaches that there is nothing, truly nothing to fear when one acknowledges and accepts all aspects of the self. All right, so I feel protected. All right, so the whole call was about, creating good memories and, being able to treasure the memories and the good times. And it's like consciously choosing things that you love to do and perhaps taking pictures or writing down impressions or a poem or something that helps you to remember an experience that you love and treasure and helps you to make the most of those memories that you have. All right, so sometimes people latch onto us in an unhealthy way so they can hook into us. From a male from the past, age 18. All right, so it's like people are a bit lazy. They're getting the energy from us instead of the source. So it's like we're going to hook them back up to the source. Okay, so our next Energy Works get together is the 30th of September, and also the 11th, 12th, and 13th of October, we're doing an advanced energy work. So if you want to learn a little bit more about energy works and learn a bit more how to test muscles or different aspects to look at, meet with like-minded people, you're welcome to come. Would love to have you to come. It will just be at A1 Health in Padstow, and uh, the food we included. Love to have you there. And if you've done it before, it's great to have experienced people. Just let us know. All right. Well, thank you for those that jumped on the call. Thank you for those that commented. It really makes a big difference. I know you can make some beautiful memories, and your life is a kaleidoscope of beautiful memories, and your life is a beautiful tapestry. So keep making the beautiful experiences in your tapestry, and grateful to be along your journey. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Okay, bye.